An adaptation of Arthur Schnitzler's La Ronde. It's an intimate play. It has 10 scenes with 2 actors in it, and I find that it works really well for young directors to work on scene study and move actors in the space of stage, as well as nurture a trusting atmosphere within your cast.
Are you going to check me out?
Yes, I am. Well, how about you lay back and see how far this goes?
I find the Blue Room can best expand the actors' and directors' abilities by, one, challenging the actors to work with connecting and talking to one another. It challenges them on an intimacy level, because there's a lot of intimacy within the scenes, a lot of risk-taking.
So, all right, you guys familiar? Yeah, the dustpan, you know what it is, you know what it's for?
Yes.
Okay, actually what it is,
Put it down on the table first.
Yeah, could you guys put it down on the table? All right, what it is it's an aphrodisiac. It's just been released on the market. It's really not even legal per se, because it's so potent. It's so strong, okay? So, go with it. Go with what you feel.
What is it?
It's trying to get your groove on.
I can't hardly imagine. I'm so excited.
Take off cap.
Come on, you know you want to. I don't think you're supposed to have that.
Well, he had like 20 of them in his bedroom. He's not gonna miss it.
We'll do this together and we'll have a really good time.
As opposed to who else? It says it makes a man lost 24 days. I booked the whole month off work, baby.
So one of the things we do when we're doing a play that has extreme content in it, this is sexual content in this, is intimate contact, some people aren't wearing a lot of clothing. Those are some of the things that we ask right away. You know, will you be comfortable with this material? Is this something that would be inhibitive to you? And if so, that's okay. It just probably wouldn't be the right show for you. And I think that generally speaking, people who are interested in theater are becoming more comfortable with themselves, and that's one of the reasons why we're doing the show, is so that we can nurture a sense of feeling comfortable in our own skin, and having the directors work with actors to help them become comfortable in intimate situations.
Super objective?
Yes.
Oh, this
What is a super objective?
super objective of a politician. This is his moment to let down and get away from the politics, get away from his wife, get away from having to be this image that he has created for himself, and delve into his vices and his, these things that, dirty side of him, that half of him. Right. So he really wants to kind of go all out right now, because it might be a little bit rare that he actually gets so he stalks somebody out who he was, he knew he could get.
In the directing class, the student directors all have different types of levels of experience working with actors, and that's the focus of this course. It's directing the actor is the focus. So obviously some students who have more theater experience, who have actually been directed or have been on stage, they will actually they might have more tools or more games and exercises and tricks in their bag, so to speak, to help bring out a performance in their actors.
You haven't told me your name.
Charles.
Are you really called Charles?
Why? Was that his name as well? You still haven't told me who he was.
He was a cunt. He was a cunt, or why else would he have left me?
You were in love.
And I think that's where there were some challenges for the coursework. That those that had not had acting did not really know a lot about how to come up with an objective and have an action that is trying to achieve an objective, and how to work that within the scene.
Jesus, where did I get that stuff?
Good question.
I would never have done it.
That's very flattering. I must say it was the drugs, was it?
I don't do this. I don't fucking do this. I don't sleep with men I don't know.
Of course not.
Each scene I visited and observed the scene and took notes and worked with the actors somewhat as well, so that the directors could see results of fine-tuning and directing. They would block the scene and work the scene, but the hardest part, one very difficult part of directing, is breaking down the beats. And that's one of the things I was able to go into each scene and break down beats for the directors, and then let them go in and continue that process. It's one of the things that younger directors have a hard time giving themselves permission to do. They may see something, but they don't know if or when they're supposed to really stop the scene and make comment or make an adjustment. And at the end of the rehearsal process, those adjustments and that fine-tuning is really what can make or break a project.
Your sunglasses.
It's gonna be bitter.
Oh. Don't show me sitting here by myself looking like a lunatic. Get that shit out.
Nothing. First time we've ever been alone.
Look, you asked me to visit you. I'm visiting. You simply don't understand.
No.
The press is
Blue Room this year, we are performing it in the Black Box Theater, which is a rather narrow space. It's intimate. Seats about 43 people. It's pretty much in a small proscenium setup, and it's done no low tech, just lights up, lights down, a little bit of music before the show, a couple of sound cues, and just furniture set aside and set up per scene. It's the focus primarily that I wanted was for it to be on the actor. So this course is for them to work with actors to understand how to block, how to create and nurture business and action and objective, and build trust within a small ensemble. And so we kept it fairly intimate.